I'm Eli Wilson Jr., and I've recently released my second book entitled Harp Hunters, The Person, Purpose, and Position of the Minister of Music. It's a resource for church music leaders who want to strengthen their leadership skills. Bernard Einer wrote a very popular song that says, "Everything must change. Nothing stays the same." Then he goes on to talk about the natural changes in nature. But there are some things that will never change. The message, mission, and work of the church will never change. However, our leadership style and the way we lead must change because people change, situations change, society changes. The world is in a constant state of change. So we as musicians, what may have worked for us 25 years ago may not be as effective in today's culture. So there needs to be a change. I know that the scripture says Jesus Christ the same today, yesterday, and forevermore. That's very true. But he's not always doing things the same way. So we have to look at what's going on around us to see what are the necessary changes that we need to make in the way we lead God's people. One of the qualities that every church music leader should possess is a high level of musical skill. Like the hammer and the nail are tools in the hands of a carpenter who builds physical structures. So music is a tool in the hands of the minister of music whose sole purpose is to build people. Now, couple his expertise in music with his continued growth as a disciple. Add to that his awareness of who he is or who she is, self-examination to see what he or she brings to the ministry, good and bad. Couple that with good people skills. Add to that a good preparation process. And add to that the ability to connect music and theology. Harp Hunters attempts to address those issues along with others. In addition, I've added a chapter on ministry and mental health because ministry ranks among those professions with the highest mental health issues. You know, we become so committed and wrapped up in what we're doing in ministry, we sometimes feel like it's the most important thing in the world. But it often gets in the way of our taking care of ourselves and bringing some balance to our lives. You know, Archibald Harp writes this: "The person of the worker is as important as the skills and knowledge he or she possesses, and it is the preparation of the person that is often most neglected." We must learn to take care of ourselves before we can take care of others. I end the book with a chapter entitled, "You Will Know As You Go." And I added that because, you know, when I was led to leave the local church minister of music position to do church music consulting and leadership coaching, it was because something had changed in me. I had a yearning to do something else. And in the beginning, I thought there was something wrong with me because, all of my life, God has called me to be a minister of music. And in my mind, if you're a minister of music, you were at a local church every Sunday, sitting at a piano and an organ and directing a choir. But when I learned to listen to God, he said to me that your time here is up. I have another assignment for you. It didn't mean that I was no longer a minister of music. It just meant that I was moving to another phase of ministry. Now, when I made that decision, some of my friends would say, "Man, you crazy, leaving a paid position to do something that has never been done, at least not in a black church." So my point here is this. If you feel the tug of God, if you feel him moving you in a direction that seemed to be a little bit scary. Just strengthen your relationship with him and learn to listen. And then trust that he would do what he promised to do. He said he would never leave us nor forsake us. You know, Mandy Hale says this: if God closes a door and a window, consider the fact that it might be time to build a new house. So if you're considering trying to strengthen your leadership skills, Harp Hunters, I think, will be a great resource for you to give you some new insight. If you go to www.ewilsonjr.com, you can purchase a copy. I don't think that you will